inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. And you get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Shotgun, they go to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. Second and 10, really hard. Third and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as a...
There he goes! Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, they take a sack right down by the goal line, guys, and I think the route concept really didn't help the quarterback out there. Normally you're thinking this is going to be a quick hitter, get the ball out of his hands fast, but that was a very slow developing route concept. I think that's the biggest reason he got sacked.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
It's first and 10 from the 31. To the ground, he's got it again. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Let's it fly. Got him and nobody's close. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Boilermakers will have it first and 10. He'll keep it himself. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
You go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB.
Intercepted to stop the threat. Going the other way, and he's got room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Mayaba. Floating away. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rolled him out of bounds and forced the loss. They are out to send a message in this rivalry game, Jesse, and the quarterback has to keep his composure after taking a shot like that.
Man, and I've been on the receiving end of some of those hits in rivalry games. It is not fun. They hurt a whole lot more, David. It just feels different in games like this.
It just means more because these guys don't like each other, and you love making those big hits in big moments that they replay throughout the whole next year.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on second and long. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Webb. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. That's reeled in, it's Harris. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Release to the back. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass, it's Culpepper. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Quarterback making checks. On third down, he drops to throw. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And that's another play for this offense that you're just left wanting more. Both these offenses, man, nobody's scoring any points. Palmer trying to execute a 2-minute drill, throwing the ball to the other team. That's not part of the 2-minute drill.
And I think we got to give the defenses credit because they have been dominant and physical, and they're creating takeaways. I know the offense has been sloppy.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! First points of the day are on the board. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Dances away to buy time. Looking down the left side. He's got it on the sideline. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Got his man! And he's brought down after a nice gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to throw. It's Culpepper. He's got it on the run. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Holton. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the route, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions.
He tries to take the top off. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On 4th down, going to the air. Throws for the tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. They'll get this drive started from the 29. To the air, it's Culpepper. He's got him. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. On the ground, it's Lane. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 34 with the 1st down.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy to football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this one.
Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Listen, everybody practices the 2-minute drill and trying to go fast, but it's really nice when the quarterback has his time to get his thoughts clear, understand down and distance, maybe audible at the line of scrimmage. He has that right now because he did a good job getting the 1st down and getting out of bounds.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lane. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Oh, he makes the catch. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw. It's Culpepper. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Purdue. I mean, you better bring your big boy pads if you're going to play in this one.
Big boy pads, big boy helmet, big boy underwear. You better bring it all with you because these are two great teams. We talked about it all week. Mirror images, going at it. Who's going to make the plays late to take this over the top?
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the fourth. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And he'll bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Going right to work up top. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. To the air, it's Mayava. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Looking for a crease. It's Lane. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Trying to impose their will with the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Boilermaker! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's hooked. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. To throw, it's Mayava. Here's a throw downfield late. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then routing to the football and getting the quarterback on the ground.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Unloads to the wideout. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie. And now they've decided to go for 2. A gutsy call, and the game likely to be decided right here. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Culpepper. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
Slant routes. They're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
That's a big stop for this defense, and more importantly now, it puts them in a huge position. I want to use that clock as my friend. I got to take away the sidelines. I can't give up a big play and let them get a sideline and then sneak that field goal unit on. Got to make sure.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Smashes through the tackle. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more, and it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right. And I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many.
About to kick off to get things underway. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Rides the back on the option. The gift. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Man, Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Here's a heat. Makes the grab. It's Harris. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Time to take a shot. Snags it inside the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Back to throw, it's Marino. Finds nothing downfield, flips it out to his back. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Let's see what he can do with the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll ride the hot hand. There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Leaves it with the running back. Powers through the defender. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Using his legs, it's Jordan. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll go with a direct snap. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Culpepper. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Purdue! Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going for the big play. He's got it on the outside. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
4th and goal from the 5. The offense is still out there. This epitomizes confidence. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air, it's Culpepper. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. You saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Corners are going to bail. Going for it all. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. Boilermakers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Moss. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here at the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Off-play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Works the middle. Breaks into the open. Crosses midfield. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cougars.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Scanning the field, it's Culpepper. He unleashes a long one. Nice hands on the right sideline as he has it for a huge gain.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? The defense isn't going to be...
It's a running one. Touchdown, Boilermaker! They take the lead with the 6. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Moss. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab alongside. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking for a man. It's Marino. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Houston! Hello! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Quick toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Culpepper. He spins that thing down the middle. Pulls it in inside the 10.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks.
Touchdown, Purdue! And they add 6 more to the more-minute trip to the house. Attempt to try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moss. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Oh, they're after him! And a sack all the way back at the 5. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. At the 15, he's loose. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. There he goes. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front 7 even get a finger on that guy.
The Cougars, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Right back to the well. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
He'll pull it down and run. What a way to pick up the first down. Get out of bounds. Stop the clock when you need to get into scoring position. And the Cougars didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. End off from the shotgun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down one late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for two? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Culpepper. Fires to the right. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Casper. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Boilermakers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on third down. Fires on the move. Got him downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Timeout is called. The clock stops with 26 seconds left. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll play it safe and try for three. And this field goal might not lock the game away, but you'd be able to hear the tumblers clicking. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. No need to look right or left, just kick it right down the middle for the game. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Purdue.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Touchdown, Boilermaker! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
That is how you end a football game. Closing seconds, great execution. Take the lead. This game is almost over.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.